I started a professional Mario Strikers Charge League with my closest friends and had an absolute blast with it. Recently, I wanted to start a league in the game that we could all play in without having to be on the same system. So, I went to the official Mario Strikers Discord, shout out to them, and with their help, found a code that allowed me to set up CPU versus CPU games. And so, the Galaxy Football League, or the GFL for short, was born. The GFL was composed of two conferences, the Galactic Conference and the Suburban Conference. The Galactic Conference was composed of 4 teams, led by, respectively, Clam Squatch, Mr. Beard, myself, and Big G. The Suburban Conference contains the Little Doc, Will of a Tail, Boo, and Grumpus III. The season was composed of 5 weeks, with 1 game per team per week. Each team would play against their division opponents at least once, while playing 2 out-of-conference opponents. The managers control who goes on their team, but the rest is left up to CPUs. The way we picked our captains was pretty much whoever submitted who they wanted as captain got it first. Partners were selected in a similar way. You were only allowed to pick one of any partner, but allowed any combination of partners. With all the steps taken, the teams were formed. The Clam Squatch-led Diddy Kong Destroyers picked a Hammerbro, Boo on offense, and a Drybones on defense. The Luigi Lightning, managed and coached by Mr. Beard, had a Birdo and a Monty Mole backed up by a Boo. My team, the Bowser Inferno, selected Boo and a Hammerbro leading the offense, and a Drybone for the D. The final team in the Galactic Conference are the Peach Punishers, managed by Big G, picking Birdo and Shy Guy with a Toad. In the Suburban Conference, the Yoshi Dinos, managed by the Little Doc, took a Toad, Monty Mole, and a Koopa. Led by Will of a Tail, Bowser Jr. Bandits acquired a Koopa, a Drybones, and a Shy Guy. Boo created the Donkey Kong Poachers, containing Monty Mole, Birdo, and Boo. The final team, the Waluigi Warriors, were led by Grumpus III, who chose Hammerbro, Boo, and a Drybones. With all the teams set, the season kicked off in Crystal Canyon, where the Diddy Destroyers took on the Punishers at home. Punishers quickly got off to a 1-0 start with a nice chip shot from Birdo. The Destroyers responded in turn with a nice feed from Diddy Kong to his Drybones to tie. Both teams scored again, bringing the score to 2-2. With only 10 seconds left, when Diddy's Drybones would teleport into the goal to seal the game for the Destroyers. Game 2 of opening week was the Dinos playing away at the Lightning in the Wastelands. Right from the beginning, this game was all Luigi, eventually taking a 4-0 lead and not looking back, finishing the game at 4-2. The next matchup was the Poachers facing off against the Warriors. It was a competitive game, with both teams exchanging 2 goals apiece, until Donkey Kong took a 3-2 lead with a nice tap shot and scoring again a minute later to cap off the game at 4-2. The final game of Week 1 were the Inferno playing at the Bandits. 10 seconds in, Bandits took a 1-0 lead off a good shot from Shy Guy. Unfortunately for the Bandits, Bowser and his Drybones had a phenomenal day, earning 1 goal and 1 assist apiece, paving the way to a 3-1 Inferno victory. The week ended with DK and Diddy in first, Bowser and Luigi tied for third, and the remaining 4 were tied for fifth. For future reference, we ranked teams judging on divisional wins. Remember this going forward. Week 2 began with the Dinos taking on their division opponent, the Bandits. The game began with both teams exchanging goals, bringing the score 1-1. Yoshi followed their goal up with a tight angle shot and a pair of Mega Striker goals, bringing the score to 4-1. The Dinos continued to steamroll the Bandits, finishing the game at 7-2. Unfortunately, the game footage for the Poachers at Destroyers was lost. Thankfully, the score was not. The Destroyers decisively won, 4-1. Next, Luigi faced off at Peach in the Galactic Stadium. The Punishers started off with 2 goals, followed up by a lightning strike from Luigi, bringing the score to 2-1. The two teams traded another pair of goals, keeping it at a 1-goal game until a Punisher Toad sniped a charged fire shot, icing the game at 4-2 for a Punisher's win. The last game, finishing up Week 2, were the Warriors taking on the Inferno. Bowser got off to a fiery start, scoring only 12 seconds in. The Warriors rallied back with a Super Striker goal from Waluigi, evening the score. With a minute left, Bowser curled a shot to evenly hold on to extend their perfect season. The Week 2 standings were as follows, with only 2 undefeated teams remaining, and 2 teams to have yet to find their first win. Week 3 began with the craziest game so far in the season, when the Destroyers traveled to the lava pit to take on the Inferno. The Destroyers started out the match firing on all cylinders, making the score an early 2-0, but the Inferno weren't ready to give up just yet. They rallied late with goals from both Bowser and Drybones to tie the game up 2-2. The Destroyers snuffed out all their momentum when their Boo chipped the ball in for a late score. All hope was lost until this happened.
Just take the shot! No! Drybones has it! Here comes Bowser! Oh, fine! We're going to overtime. Bowser to Boo. Boo has it. Hit for a goal! That's the game! Boo! His first of the season! It's over!
Thanks to a late rally, the Inferno stayed perfect on the season, winning 4-3 in overtime. The Dinos and Warriors game stayed relatively close, with Yoshi leading 3-2 with a minute left until a curveball from Yoshi put the nail in the coffin, going on to win 5-2. In Conga Coliseum, where the Lightning were taking on the Poachers, the game stayed neck and neck, tied at 1, until a minute left when Luigi chipped a shot in to break the tie, and with good defense, ended the game 2-1. Finally, the Bandits took on the Poachers at home, where a fierce battle would ensue. Both teams would start searing hot, scoring twice within the first minute. 2 minutes in, Peach back-footed would take a 3-2 lead. The Punisher's defense went on lockdown, shutting off Bandits' offense, handing them their 3rd straight loss. Going into Week 4, there were 2 teams still winless, and only the Inferno remained undefeated. Within 2 minutes of the Warriors and Bandits game, it was already over. The Warriors took a 4-0 lead off of some great goals while holding off a late rally attempt to win 5-2. The conference matchup between Diddy Kong and Luigi was expected to be a high-scoring, close game, but it resulted in something far different. The Lightning did take an early 1-0 lead, but only after 1 minute, the Destroyers took a dominant 5-1 lead to ice the game, handing Diddy his 3rd win. Both the Punishers and Inferno were coming off multiple wins, ready to take on each other head-on. The Punisher Birdo took a 1-0 lead with a nice curved shot to beat Critter. Peach followed it up with a smooth passing play and chip-in to extend the lead 2-0. The Inferno had no response until a timely warp-in goal from their MVP candidate, Drybones, slicing the Punisher lead in half. Unfortunately for the Inferno, the Punishers locked down their defense, beating the undefeated Inferno to move into the 2nd seed spot. The Poachers started out their game with the Dinos searing hot, scoring 3 times in only a minute 30. The Dinos would quickly respond with a Mega Strike goal and a good shot from their Koopa, bringing the game to 3-2. The clock wound down for Yoshi with only 8 seconds left to be able to tie when this happened.
To Donkey Kong, saved again! 8 seconds on the board! Koopa, 5, 3, Monty! Goal! It's tied! Monty! He ties the game! Kong doesn't work. Yoshi, Toad. Oh, gets it over to Monty! For the win! They come all the way back! The Yoshi Dinos! Down 3-0, win the game in overtime, 4-3!
With two of the most clutch goals in league history, the Dinos handed their poachers their third straight loss. Following the end of Week 4, the seeding had completely shifted. There was now a three-way tie for first between the Dinos, the Destroyers, and the Punishers, with only 1 week remaining. The final week was kicked off with Bowser Jr. traveling to Conga Coliseum to take on the Poachers. If Bowser Jr. was to win this game, he wouldn't clinch a playoff berth, but would give it the Warriors a chance to play the playoffs. If DK won, he would immediately clinch and eliminate the Warriors from playoff contention. The game started off with 2 goals from Bowser Jr. and his dry bones, giving him an early 2-0 lead. The Poachers responded in turn with 2 goals from Monty and Boo to tie. Bowser Jr. retook the lead from a bad turnover, only for the game to be tied 3-3 by Boo with only 25 seconds remaining. With their seasons on the line, the game went into overtime.
Saved! 1 second! We're going to overtime. Sudden death. Dry bones. Intercepted. Donkey Kong for the win! Donkey Kong going to the playoffs! And Donkey Kong at home ends the game! It's over!
With that goal, the Poachers clinched the final playoff spot. All that remained in Week 5 was determining the seeding. The Dinos Punishers game was close from start to finish, as both teams battled for a chance at a top seed. Peach led the game late 3-2, and with only 10 seconds on the board, Yoshi sent the game into another overtime, where it would be decided.
Monty? Sacrifices his body. Oh no! Peach is all alone! Peach is all alone! 4 Mega Striker shots! For the 1 seed! For the 1 seed! That's the game, it's over! Peach wins! Peach wins! Peach clinches the number 1 seed!
Earlier in the season, if you remember, Peach lost against the Destroyers, so in fact, she did not have the 1 seed. Unfortunately, I did not realize, so Peach did end up getting the 1 seed. So sorry about that, Destroyers fans, but nothing I can do about it now. Back on with the video. With the win, the Punishers had a chance at the top 2 seeds, awaiting the Destroyers and Inferno's games, leaving the Dinos with no chance of a bye week. The Warriors' game at home against the Destroyers completely showed off their weakest link, their inability to score. With a little more than a minute remaining, the Destroyers took a 2-1 lead and held on to clinch the number 2 seed. In the final game of the season, the Inferno still had a chance to clinch the number 2 seed with a win against Luigi at the Wastelands. The Inferno within 2 minutes took a 2-0 lead, only for the score to be evened up 30 seconds later from a pair of goals from Luigi. With more than a minute remaining, the Lightning Birdo curled the ball in to eventually hold on to clinch the number 3 seed, handing the Inferno the 5th. Finally, the season was over and the seeding was set. The first and second seeds would be the Punishers and the Destroyers. Seeds 3 and 4 fell to the Lightning and the Dinos. Lastly, seeds 5 and 6 would belong to the Inferno and to the Poachers. With playoff seeding now complete, the bracket showed the Lightning would take on the Donkey Kong Poachers, while the Yoshi Dinos would play against the Inferno at home. A change you'll see in the games is that they were extended to 5 minutes, and the second round was a best of 3, while the third round was a best of 5. With all of the pieces in place, the playoffs were ready to begin. The Lightning and Poachers game was scoreless until a minute in, where Luigi chipped a goal past the Poacher Critter to make the game 1-0. With 2 more goals, the Lightning easily beat the Poachers 3-0, marking the first shutout in league history and bringing the Lightning into the second round of the playoffs. The Inferno at Dinos game was all Bowser from the start, scoring 3 goals and 3 assists on a monster 9-4 win against the Dinos. With the divisional round wrapped up, 4 teams moved on to the conference finals, where Luigi would go to Crystal Canyon to take on Diddy, and Bowser headed to Galactic Stadium to take on Peach. Game 1 for Diddy began with a 3-0 lead, but the Lightning tied the game in only 30 seconds. Both teams exchanged goals, bringing Game 1 to overtime.
Oh, Luigi, running all over the field! He's gonna have 6 orange strikes. This should be the end of the game. If you're a Diddy Kong fan, you're praying for a miracle. I don't think it's gonna happen, though. 1, 2, let's win enough game. That is the game. Luigi with 2 final goals. The away team, stealing a win over the home Diddy Kong Destroyers in this Game 1.
At home, the Lightning took a quick 2-0 lead, but the game was quickly tied 2-2 by great goals from Destroyers Boo and Drybones. Right after the tie, the Lightning Birdo curved a shot in, taking a late lead to win the series in dominant 2-0 fashion. Game 1 had the Inferno taking on the Punishers at the Galactic Stadium. 3 minutes in, the score was 5-1, and it seemed like the Punishers were done. If this hadn't happened.
Saved by Critter. Peach gets it down to Shy Guy. Over to Birdo, nice goal for Birdo, nice long shot. Boo doesn't work out. Birdo with another goal. Toad, Birdo, goal. Birdo with a Texas hat trick. Nice shot, goal for Peach at 6-5. Peach has it. Peach to Toad, it's time, no! Toad ties it up.
Through only a miracle, the Punishers sent the game to overtime to be decided.
Birdo takes out Drybones. Oh, Bowser, nice shot, better save. Bowser all alone. It's game 1. Bowser wins. His 6th goal. 7-6. It's over.
In a theme you'll see for the next few games, the Punishers' Birdo would be their saving grace, scoring all of their goals for this game and tying what would be a close game, 3-3, and scoring less than a second into overtime, sending the series into game number 3. Right from the beginning, scoring only 4 seconds in, the Inferno controlled this game, only allowing a single Punisher's goal, finishing their game 3-1, and punching their ticket to the final to face down the Lightning in a best-of-5 series.
Saved by Critter 4! 3, 2, 1! That's the game! Bowser's moving on to the finals! Bowser wins this series 2-1!
Game 1 took place in the Wastelands, with Luigi trying to take Game 1 at home. Bowser kicked off the game with a Super Strike goal within 30 seconds, taking a 1-0 lead. Only 30 seconds later, Monty Mole tied the game with a curved shot from the corner. 20 seconds after, the Lightning Birdo took the lead 2-1. With a little more than 2 minutes remaining, Birdo scored again, bringing the score to 3-1. With only 20 seconds left, Bowser split the lead with a power shot, but the Lightning had an unrelenting offense, not allowing a single shot in the last 20 seconds, giving Game 1 to Luigi, 3-2. Game 2 contained the largest blowout of the entire season, with the Lightning scoring 5 and preventing any goals from the Inferno, winning Game 2 5-0. Game 3 continued as Game 2 had started, with a goal from the Lightning Monty, only 20 seconds in. A minute later, a good feed from Hammerbro to Bowser tied the game at 1-1. The Lightning had constant pressure on the Inferno Critter, leading to a Birdo goal less than 2 minutes remaining. Less than 8 seconds later, Bowser chipped in a great shot into the net, once again tying the game. The Inferno followed up a great goal with another from Hammerbro, his first of the postseason. But with only 21 seconds remaining, Birdo tied the game with another curved shot in. Heading into overtime, the game took one final turn.
Goes up to Monty. Monty down to Birdo. Birdo spins. Birdo up to Luigi. Luigi charges up. No! That's the game. That's the series. That's the season. It's over. The Lightning win. It's all over. The Lightning win in a 3-0 series shutout.
That was it. The Luigi Lightning had become the first ever GFL champions, sweeping the Inferno 3-0 in the process. If you're interested in keeping up with the league going forward, you can join the official league Discord server. The link will be in the description. You can also find these games live at twitch.tv/thepeanutgallery and here on YouTube. The next streams will be in a few days, so look out for those. That'll be all from me. Roll credits!